This is an Alabama Universal hat. That's who I root for in football. I'm very happy they won today. They played good defense and offense, and we're locked in. Julian Mose, our quarterback, is doing really good, and I'm very happy what Alabama has done since our loss. We're not the same team, and if we have to meet Texas Longhorns again, we're not gonna be like that. We're probably gonna blow them out next time. Now, I'll get back to Alabama, but it was a good all-around game for Alabama Crimson Tide, and I'm very happy with the outcoming of the score, 49-21. Now, for Michigan Wolverine fans, and I know you're not going to like this, but what a joke, college football NCAA and the Big Ten commissioner. That's not enough discipline. That's a joke. And there's no way Michigan's offense gets that good that quick when Jimmy Harbaugh got there. Because before he got there, that team was in more violations with someone else. And Lloyd, I don't know his first name, one of their other head coaches a long time ago put them in violations. And there's no way your offense gets that quick, that better, that quick in Jimmy Harbaugh's first season as Michigan. That's a joke, and the evidence is there. I just cannot believe, because if that was Alabama, any of that what's going on right now, if that was towards Alabama, college football would have took care of it in seconds. Most likely would have been banned from the playoffs, bowl game. We would have been on probation, strip of scholarships for like a half a century, and they probably would have stripped the last decade of wins, maybe go back further and take off titles, national championships. If this was Alabama, it would be taken care of like that. It's very disturbing, disgusting. It's very, very wrong with how college football has handled this whole thing. But I'm not surprised it's the Big Ten. Big Ten gets away with everything. This is nothing new. And for Michigan fans, here's the teams you haven't played yet because your schedule is weak. You haven't played Florida State, Washington Huskies, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss, Georgia, Louisville, Oregon State, Tennessee, Missouri, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma Sooners, Utah, LSU, Notre Dame, Arizona, and anybody else I left off with a good offense and defense. You haven't played any of them. You played your own weak conference, and sorry, again, the Big Ten is the worst conference in history. Before Ohio State won their title against Oregon, the Big Ten only has one national championship in the last decade won, and that was by Ohio State. That was 2000 or whatever it was. And then they finally won it again. Ohio State finally won it again in 2000 something against Oregon Ducks, which they had no business being there. And it's a joke because last year Alabama should have been there last year, and we got cheated out of the playoff thing last year. And TCU, you're not that good neither. Big 12 is a joke too. So Big 10 is the worst conference in history. Then the Big 12. Then the Pac-12 right behind it. Or you could put Big 12 and Pac-12 in second solid place for being the worst conference in history. Just a little upset. I mean, it's a joke. Like I said, if this was Alabama, college football would have taken care of it less than seconds. We would have been heavy discipline. This is a slap in the wrist, and Jimmy Harbaugh should not be coaching the rest of the season or rest of his career. This is a joke. If this was Nick Saban, Nick Saban's career is over that quick. And Michigan, again, I hope we do make the playoffs, whatever does happen, and I do hope we meet Michigan. Alabama's ready to step in anyone's who I don't care who we face ahead of us. Like I said, half of the teams ahead of us hasn't even played a real offense, a real defense all season. That's how fixed it is. What a joke. I mean, go Alabama, roll Tide roll. Sorry. That's how I feel about college football right now. It's a straight fix. It's rig. The rankings and the playoff committee is rig. I mean, you might as well just congratulation Vegas. That's who's behind all that decision making. It's not the playoff committee. It's not that. Vegas controls all the movements. Who goes to what bowl game? Who wins their bowl game? Who gets cheated out of the playoff spot. That's how I feel about it. I know people don't agree with me, but that's okay. But go Alabama and roll Tide roll.